The argument is most vulnerable to criticism on the grounds that it fails to what? So the argument is that these migrating European starlings can eat a whole bunch of beetles and corn borers, and that's great. It helps clear the farm of the pests. But it only works for 30 days until the birds go do something else. And on the other hand, synthetic pesticides can be applied again and again as the crop grows and matures. The conclusion is that, therefore, the assistance of starlings cannot play any part in effective pest control. So because they can't be there for the whole time that the crop is growing, they can play no part at all. The argument is most vulnerable to the criticism on the grounds that it fails to A. allow for the possibility that other migratory birds might be equally effective in reducing the population of crop-damaging insects. Not necessarily, because other birds aren't actually mentioned in the terms of the argument. If there are some, that would be great, but that we would need them to come in at times that the starlings aren't there, etc. So there's a whole lot of other possibilities, and so it doesn't make it a major vulnerability of the argument. Does it fail to relate to the fact that some synthetic pesticides are much more effective than others? Well, we don't need to differentiate between synthetic pesticides. We just know that we can use them more continuously than we can starlings. Does it fail to consider the possibility of combining both of the pest control methods under discussion? It does. It goes from saying, well, since we can't use starlings a little, they can't help at all. It doesn't consider the possibility of using starlings for 30 days and then using pesticides the rest of the way, which would reduce the amount of pesticides used. So that is a failure or a criticism that we could use against that argument. Choice C.